What's going on, Spurs family? Welcome to Spurs Talk with Ahano. This is the day after thoughts. Spurs versus the Suns. Um, it was a terrific game. We started out from the jump. We jumped on them early. We lost that momentum again. We still can't play a full 48 minutes of basketball. We still learning how to do that, but it's good because a lot of things that we learned yesterday. And this team showed growth, showed character. If the first game didn't show enough character, this game was more so than that game. Because when you down, you got nothing to lose, right? When you down, you got nothing to lose. You go out there and wing it. Yeah, it shows character, fight, that you can come back from a 20-point lead. But when you're in hostile territory and you lose a 27-point lead, they come back and they tie the game up, and the whole wave is against you. That's when it's more important, because you just had a 27-point lead. We could have folded. We could have folded like a cheap table, but we didn't. Right? We didn't. We got our wits together, and we exploded again, and that showed character. That the weather the storm like that. It was tremendous to see. I like that more so than the first game. The first game was more exciting because it was like, wow, did you look at what we done? But this game, it showed a lot more character to weather the storm like that, because they was coming. Booker was on fire in that fourth quarter. He was unguardable in that fourth quarter, and KD came down, hit a couple shots. It was like, yeah, we was going against a wave. We was going against a wave, and we absolutely relaxed and took control of the game again in clutch moments. This wasn't third quarter, second quarter, where we lost the momentum and then we gained it back. This is clutch. This is the end of the game. This is fourth quarter. This is big business. And against that fire, we extinguished it. And that's what I loved seeing yesterday. It was that showed so much character that got me excited for this team moving forward as we continue to grow and watch this team grow. So after the game, I seen a lot of people starting to see why Trey Jones should start. And but then yesterday, I kind of realized why Popovich is not starting Trey Jones, because when Devin Booker started posting up, Trey Jones can't handle big guards. So that's, that yesterday I finally realized that, oh, this is why Popovich is probably starting Sohan, because Trey Jones against guards like Devin Booker and, big guards, they're going to take him to the block, and that's going to cause so much trouble. Definitely against guys. Westbrook is another post up guard that can, put his back to the basket. So I looked at that and was like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. But I see a lot of other people saying, oh, this is not a full, this is not the future plan at Sohan at point guard. This is just temporary till we get a better point guard. And I'm like, hold on, is we watching the same? Now, if you say this is temporary till we get a bigger point guard, I can understand that. If you want to talk size, I can understand that. But when people start talking about a better point guard, what criteria are you saying better at? What criteria? What equals better? What, a scorer? We have a lot of scorers. We don't need a better point guard, because we already got a solid point guard. People think Trey Jones is like 25, 26 or something. He still got, his ceiling is not huge, but he still got improvements to make. He's a solid point guard. He's a very solid point guard. You can win a championship with Trey Jones as your point guard. Now, we talking about skill at the point guard position. Now, if you want to talk size and say, okay, he's not a good size for today's point guard, then I can understand. But don't give me that nonsense about a better point guard. Because just look at last night's game, for instance, right? He didn't do well shooting the ball. Let's pull it up. He didn't do well shooting the ball last night. Where he at? He right here. He didn't do well shooting the ball last night. He shot 30% from the field, but 50% from the 3-point line, which is pretty good, you know. Oh, I'm moving it around. Thought I could interact with it, but yeah. So I can't move it over, but he shot around like 30-something%, 34% from the field, but 50% from the 3-point line. But this is what I'm looking at right here: 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 12 points. He had a double-double last night. Nobody's talking about it. He had a double-double off the bench. The dude is this is a key factor here. One turnover. So what is better do y'all want? He's going to improve his shooting. So what is better? What equates to better is the question. What equates to better? If you're talking size, I understand. Trey Jones ain't a big guy. The league is getting bigger. I understand. If that's the preference, I understand. But last year, Trey Jones get this bad reputation as a bad point guard. Well, he was top 10 turnover to assist ratio, as you can see. Look at this, 10 assists, 1 turnover. In 28 minutes. I believe he played 28 minutes. So, what is a better point guard to y'all? That's the question I want to know. What is a better point guard? Please answer that question for me. Because Trey Jones is a solid starting point guard. Barring that he's just, he's just undersized in today's NBA. Today's NBA, he's undersized. But the guy is a solid point guard. It's not many point guards in the league. He got a double-double off the bench. A plus 19 ratio when he's on the floor. A plus 19 ratio when he's on the floor. Jeremy Sohan is a 0. Trey Jones is a solid point guard. That's why I just want to drill at home. Is every time I hear people talk negative about Trey Jones and say, "Oh, we need a better point guard," I'm going to come back with the facts. Now, if you say, "Do you need a bigger point guard?" Yes, then I'll be quiet. But when you talk about a better point guard, what are you looking for? Looking for a scorer that's going to take shots from Vassell? It's going to take shots from Keldon? Take shots from Victor? Like, what do we want here? I think we in this era of super teams, we got to have superstars at every position. No, you don't need a superstar at every position. You don't. Cleveland had Dellavedova. Is Dellavedova a top 30 player? Miami Heat, when they was the Heatles, right? Who was their point guard? Mario Chalmers? I think we just want a superstar at every position. We don't need a superstar at every position. And I can go down every championship team and point out a player that's not really one of the best at their position. Who was with Denver last year? What was his name? Brown, something like that. You don't have to have superstars at every position. You don't. So you just gotta have a solid player at that position that can hold it down. I want a star here. I want a great player here. Great. You just need. Sorry for that I'm coming down with something, but we don't really need all these great players at every position. We just need people to control it. And Trey Jones showing that he can control it. The numbers don't lie. The eye test don't lie. I seen that comeback on the first game. Trey Jones was on the floor. It wasn't Jeremy Sohan on the floor. It was Trey Jones on the floor. Today's game, a 19 plus ratio, 19 plus when he's in a game. 10 assists, 1 turnover. 10 assists to 1 turnover. 12 points. 50% for the 3-point line. He had a bad overall shooting night, but he knocked down the 3 when he was able to. He dug in there and got some rebounds. So that's my thoughts. And the more I keep talking, the more I keep hearing negative talk about Trey Jones, I'm gonna make sure it's an outlet out there that's gonna put some respect on his name. And that's all I got for today. I catch y'all after the next game. Peace and blessings. So I hope everybody enjoyed a Friday.